All right, everybody, welcome back. Today we got another superstar guest, somebody who was in. There's a lot of movies and shows I'm about to read off. Dead Man's Wire, Mob Cops, Darkness of Men, Jersey Bread, one of my personal favorites, Trim Season, Paradise City, White Elephant, Deadlocked, A Free Fall, Lesson in Cruelty, What Now? And the TV shows Paradise City, has said that already. Ballers, great show. Game of Thrones. I don't know who you played in that, but we're gonna find out.
Played a fucking flea bottom, baby.
Yeah, he was running around. He was running
a
from
fucking dirtbag in the fucking street.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know Game of Thrones.
He was in the Bells, right? The episode The Bells, where
The
she's
Bells.
burning everything. Yeah.
Bo, I was there all fucking day. How you doing? And thanks for having me, guys. You know, it's a pleasure.
Lorenzo Antonucci.
Lorenzo Antonucci on the Voices of Brooklyn, right?
That's right, baby.
All right, so we're not gonna bang on the table. We're gonna keep it nice and low. So I'm in fucking Belfast, Ireland. You know,
That's where you filmed that, Game of
Yeah,
Thrones?
Belfast. I'm there all day. The two creators are, really good friends of mine, and I really wanted to be on the show just to have the experience.
show.
And they were like, "Yeah, come be a fucking a whiteling, not a whiteling,
A White Walker?
not a White Walker, a wilding,
Oh, nice, yeah.
From above the wall, a wildling.
Yeah, the wilding. And I was like, all right, yeah. So I go out there, and I'm all day hanging out, fucking, getting done the makeup, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? It was a little different because I was put into like the big, tent with fucking thousands of people,
Right.
and they were all treating me like I'm a fucking principal. So I'm like, all right, so whatever. I didn't know because I didn't care. I wanted to just go out there and be with my friends. Yeah. And I'm with this guy all day. And, I smoke cigarettes. I'm like, yeah, let's go smoke a cigarette here. Let's go have a cup of coffee. I don't give a fuck who this guy is. He's the only American on the fucking set.
Right.
And then 3 hours later, people are bringing footballs up to him. And they're like, oh, could you sign this? Could you sign this? And I'm like, all right, so what do you do? He's like, I'm the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. I was with Aaron Rodgers. I didn't even fucking know. This guy loved me. He fucking loved me because I didn't give two fucks. And we became cool and shit like that. But he was with Danica Patrick, the NASCAR driver racer. She was there. I had no fucking clue who they were, but we were like a family for that whole fucking day.
Nice.
And I'm talking just like this, and Peter Dinklage is sitting there, standing there between takes. And he's like, it really feels good to hear a fucking New York accent. I said, what the fuck? I always thought this guy was an English guy because he plays like an English guy.
Yeah.
He's a Jersey kid.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's always out to dinner in
Oh,
Manhattan.
shit.
They're always catching him
Yeah.
out.
He's a fucking amazing actor.
I mean, he's phenomenal.
He is. What was he in? What TV? Friends or something? What show was he on?
He was just on Dexter.
What show was he on? I think it was one of them Friends or something where he jumps on the table.
Elf.
I remember him from
the movie
that.
Elf.
Elf, bro.
Oh, that was no. But what TV show was he was in a TV show too that I watch all the time that he popped up on. I didn't even know he was on there, and I seen
He played
him
a little part in Entourage.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was in
Yep.
that. So.
Yep.
He's been around a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
amazing.
really, and he was really nice. And he fucking shook my hand, and he was like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Oh my God, he's got mitts." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You from New York?" He's like, "I'm a fucking Jersey guy." And I
He
was like,
killed that role in Game of Thrones. Killed it. The whole. He killed
He
that.
missed
was
that
the
show.
show.
I don't really like. You know who was also in it? You ever see Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
You know Mac? Mac was in it.
Well, that's
A lot of people are big fans of that show.
Rob
they had little
McEnany,
cameos in
right?
it.
Yeah,
the
Rob
creator.
McEnany.
I'm friends with him too. I've been to their house because of Dave and Dan. They're really good friends with those guys. So him and his wife are the creators of Always Sunny. I didn't know that.
Right?
Who the fuck they were either.
Yeah. It was D, right? From the show? That's
Yeah.
his wife?
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm the worst like that too. I don't know who people are.
Yeah.
I could be on a set talking to a superstar and not realize who I'm talking to.
But they like
Unless
that.
it's yeah.
They
It's
like
still
that
normal
better.
for a little bit.
It's true.
Were you a huge fan of Game of Thrones? That's why you wanted to go on it?
I was a massive fan of
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Where does it rank on your all-time favorite TV shows?
The best.
The best. That's
What I
number one?
call that, Game of Thrones, is The Sopranos in medieval times.
100%.
Done.
That's a good way to put it.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
That's
one.
the best show on the planet. Then to me, it's The Sopranos, right?
Yeah.
So that's because I like medieval shit. I used to play fucking Dungeons and Dragons as a kid. I grew up around shit like that in The Sopranos. I mean, I've seen that my whole life, so it's not like, oh my God.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I grew up in that fucking world.
Yep.
But, the way they took and you could tell that these, Dave was a big fan of The Sopranos. These guys all love The Sopranos, but you could just tell in my opinion, the take that I got from it is The Sopranos in medieval times.
I think Bland Man's starting to like solidify itself as one of the top
I
five right
fucking
now.
love Land Man.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I love
Billy,
Taylor
Billy
Sheridan.
Bob is unreal.
I haven't
bro.
watched the
He's
new
the best.
episodes. I got to catch up,
Yeah.
but I love Land Man.
fucking hooked,
He
Yeah.
convinces you. You would think you are watching a reality show about a guy that's been in the oil business his whole entire life. He kills that role.
I wanted to strangle his wife though, and her character in that show.
Oh yeah, she's a wacko.
You gotta-
She's a
yeah,
wacko, but she nails that role too.
I haven't seen it. I gotta watch
Yeah,
it.
it's a
I've
good
I've been
one.
hearing great things.
As far as Game of Thrones, like I'm not a Dungeons Dragons fan and all that shit, right? So I wasn't watching Game of Thrones when it first came out. I forgot what season they were up to. And one night I was home, my brother was upstairs, and my brother was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta go up. Game of Thrones is starting." And I was like, "You watch that Dungeons and Dragons shit?" And he looked at me and he was like, "Pat, I'm telling you,
I have no
this
idea.
show is amazing. You don't know what you're missing, this and that." And I wasn't doing nothing that night, so I was like, "All right, come on, I'll come up. I want to see this."
His brother played the White Walker baby.
Yeah, he played every baby there is.
Oh, that's right.
He
I
played
saw
every
that. I
baby
saw
there
that
is.
episode. Yeah.
So I go upstairs to watch it, and the episode that happened to be on that night was the Red Wedding.
Oh, that's
Great,
one of the
greatest
sickest
episodes
fucking
there was.
episodes of
Okay,
all time.
so now, mind you, I'd never seen an episode. I don't know this show at all. This is the first episode I'm watching. I go upstairs, I watch it with them. When I seen that episode, and I was like, oh, maybe I would like
It's a
this
great
show.
way to
Yeah.
be introduced to fucking Game of Thrones.
He
that's
was
for
like,
sure.
now that I seen that, he was like, all right, don't watch next week. He was like, start at the beginning now,
Yeah.
catch up, and then start watching it so you don't, and
There's
I
a part of
went
me
to
that's
the
like a little
beginning,
jealous of that
it was
because
over.
like I started watching it from day one.
Mm-hmm.
I was like hooked from episode 1 on, and obviously every week you got to wait for a new episode.
Yeah.
And then you got to take a whole season off and
Yeah.
wait for the new season to come out.
More than a
and then,
season,
and then
2 years
And
in
then I got a
between
couple of my friends involved in it by like season 4, and they got to watch all 4 seasons like
Yeah.
back to back to back, and I was like, you lucky fucks!
No,
I had to
I
wait.
started at
I had to wait
6.
7 months for a new season to come.
Season 6, I started
Yeah.
like really becoming hooked.
Oh, so
And,
you weren't hooked from day one?
No, I always thought I just seen it everywhere, and I was in my own world, and I'm a creature of habit, man. I watch the same show all the time, over and over. I watch Entourage every day almost, and Trailer Park Boys.
I haven't watched Entourage since it ended. Like I watched all the episodes, then it ended. Usually when I'm into a show like that, when it ends, like a year later, 2 years later, I'll rewatch the whole thing from season 1 on. But Entourage, I haven't rewatched again.
Yeah, Jerry's supposed to come on soon. We were talking on Instagram. Jerry Ferrari played Turtle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
got to
was
get
great.
Kevin here. Kevin will come next time. Kevin's in New York or something. I'll set it up, and Kevin will come here because Kevin's great. I love Kevin.
Yo, 30 things piss me off throughout the week, so I wrote them down in these
hear it.
questionnaires.
Go
Ready
for
for
it.
this one? What did tourists do that a true New Yorker would never do?
What did what?
What
tourist
would a tourist do that a
tourist
true New
do?
Yorker would never do?
I
Go to
got
the
one.
Statue of Liberty.
I was just gonna say that. Go ahead.
All right, so if you're gonna take the Statue of Liberty, I say that if you're ever in Manhattan, you see those double-decker buses. Where they're just like going
Facts.
around. You'll never see like a real New Yorker ever get on anything like that.
Drive a fucking city bike and then go see the ball drop for New Year's.
Oh, I'll never
Yeah,
go
the
see
ball drop. Mm.
That I don't. I know people, New Yorkers, their whole entire life that haven't been there like me. I
I was
couldn't
at the
go
bar on Jamaica Avenue or something. Every fucking New Year's. I would never go to the
I'm in
fucking
my
zoo.
house. I would never think. What do you do
Yeah.
if you have to take a shit?
there. Yeah, no, I could
They
never.
wear
go to
diapers,
anything.
bro.
They
They
wear
wear
diapers.
diapers, man. It's
That is
disgusting.
out of control.
Absolutely disgusting. I don't know how anybody wants to do that.
And that's
So you
fucking
think
freezing.
tourists are driving city bikes and then shitting themselves at the ball drop, right?
Absolutely, they're driving,
Yeah,
they're
100%,
shitting themselves
that's what
on the
they're
city
doing.
bikes.
They got to get out of here. It's no good. You said you've been in LA for 13 years. Where's a better place to live, New York or LA?
I don't know. It's hard to. It's you know, I love both. So I've obviously been back and forth by coastal. So when my father was still alive, I would always stay home. You know, still have my little room as a kid. So I would sleep there and dressed it up to be something comfortable for me to be in when I be here. So I'd be home. I'd be here once a month, or once every 6 weeks. So I was always back and forth. But if you want to make moves in this business,
You have to be out there.
LA's the place to be, because that's where a lot of the gatekeepers are. And when you get in with the gatekeepers, you get in with the and you know who told me this? Dominic Lombardozzi, because he introduced me to Rob Weiss and a lot of the people that I'm connected with.
He's great,
and-
Dominic. I love Dominic.
I love him.
Mm-hmm.
He introduced me to one of my, Rob Weiss is like one of my best friends, so he introduced me to him and my boy Nicky, and they're both like brothers to me. And he was like, if I would have did it the other way, I would have, I never wanted to live in L.A., man. But this is the right way. It takes a lot longer.
But Dominic doesn't live in L.A., right?
No, he was there shooting the show for like a year. So
Right.
I would see him in the gym all the time, and then this is when he told me, like, we started hanging out, whatever. We
Right.
just became friends at the gym. I didn't know him from here, but he was like, if I would have did it differently, I would have moved to LA to do it.
Well,
He has an incredible career.
I was just going to say, you would think he lived in
Yeah.
L.A. his whole life with his
Yeah.
career, because in A Bronx Tale, that was all of our first movie, A Bronx Tale. Him, me, Lil.
Yeah.
He had the smallest role in A Bronx Tale out of everybody and became the biggest star.
Yeah.
Out of everybody in A Bronx Tale, I mean, besides Robert De Niro, who's bigger than Dominic? There's nobody in A Bronx. Not
Chaz,
Chaz.
yeah, well,
Chaz is. I don't think Chaz is a bigger
Mario
star than-
Mario Bosco.
Mario, do you know Mario Bosco? You know who that is, right?
Well, I maybe was he just on?
No. If you've seen a video of him on social media, you know exactly who it was.
Yeah.
He was my stand-in in A Bronx Tale.
Really?
Yeah, he's very small, this and that. I was a kid, so he was my stand-in in A Bronx Tale, and that's how I officially met him.
All right.
But then throughout the years, I know him good now. Like, he stays by my aunt's restaurant on Mulberry Street all the
Right.
time. Like, so I know him good now. He's becoming like a little social media celebrity.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he's doing
If
good.
I probably see his face, I know.
You'll know him
Yeah,
instantly as soon as you see
yeah,
his face.
How do you feel about Jake Paul getting knocked the fuck out by
I
Anthony
fucking love
Joshua?
Listen,
I lost money, but I love it.
I got to be honest. I think I'd like to think that all New York guys would be like, get the fuck out of here with that kid, blah blah blah, and there's some merit to that. But that kid's got balls.
Gotta
And he's
respect what he's
fucking-
doing.
You gotta respect his hustle. They're fucking 30. They're not even 30, and they're multi-millionaires, and they go out there and fight no matter what.
He's
In a
got
weird
balls.
way, I think he's kind of like making boxing at least a little relevant. Like, I haven't thought of a boxing match that I was excited to watch
Great
in a
point.
very long time. We all want to see him get knocked out. It was almost like Floyd
we
Mayweather.
did.
Like, you couldn't wait to see Floyd Mayweather get knocked out. The guy just won 70 straight fights, never did anything. We were hoping and praying for the Pacquiao fight when Pacquiao was in his prime, and then they didn't do that until well after, so we got kind of gypped on that. But like, at least he's entertaining enough.
Did you
to
see
get
the
his teeth
slow
knocked
mo?
out.
Oh,
my God.
His
God,
jaw going
Just-
from
yup.
here to the other side.
It looked like a cartoon.
It was sick.
Yeah, and then he still was on the ground sticking his tongue out and shit.
Yeah.
He's
And listen,
got
I got to
balls.
give him that too. I have to give him that. He did take Anthony Joshua's probably one of his greatest shots
Bro, that guy's a
and
monster.
did not go out cold.
I
he
would hate
fell.
to fight him.
Yeah.
I would
Kidding?
be
I
fucking
would knock
scared.
me out with a
Oh,
jab.
for $92 million, I'll let Anthony Joshua hit me
Yeah,
with an
just
Escalade.
beat me the fuck up. But at the same time, he's. I
Huge.
think Jake Paul's my size, maybe 6'1", maybe 6'2".
No, he said it before the fight. He's 5'10" or 5'11", he said.
Well, then Anthony's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah,
I mean, that
Anthony
guy's a
Joshua's like
fucking
6'4",
monster.
6'5", yeah.
I just don't like after the fight. He's like, "Oh, you got a Greek god standing in front of you." It's like, "All right, bro, relax. Like, take it easy. Don't be cocky now. You knocked out a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Relax."
But did you see
He broke his fucking jaw.
the Andrew Tate?
Yo, he got fucked
Oh,
up
my
too.
God, bro.
But did you see what he said? He goes, "I bet 10
million
on
on myself to lose."
I made 88 million profit.
Right, so I'm not a loser, he
Who
said.
the fuck you think won? You can't knock these guys' hustles, man. All
Listen,
these
I
guys
don't knock
on
Andrew
fucking-
Tate at all.
Nah,
That guy.
Listen, I get it. I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Everybody talking shit. They could back up what they back up. It gets them to where they gotta go. I don't. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
Not only
If
that,
he's
it's like we're talking shit sitting here.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that guy that's sitting on his couch, like talking crap about like a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Like, you
Meanwhile,
forget
they're
that
making
they're
tens of
fighting other
millions.
professional athletes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether you like Jake Paul or not, the fact of the matter is, if Jake Paul got into a fist fight with like a normal Joe Schmo, the fact that he's a trained fighter for however you want to think it is, he would knock out 90% of like normal people.
yeah, absolutely.
That's why I carry.
He
a
went up
crowbar with
against
me.
a guy that's 6'5" to 6'7", an absolute monster. That when you looked at it on television, you'd say to yourself, "This doesn't even make sense that this
Well, it
fight is
didn't
happening."
make sense.
It didn't make sense.
Do you
Didn't
want
make
me
sense.
and you could fight for the camera right now?
Whatever, bro. Let me know what the line is.
Yeah, but you're right. That slow-mo was crazy.
At
His
the
jaw
end
was
of the
over here.
day, at the end of the day, the guy, he takes it serious.
Yeah.
And now a word from our sponsor. This ain't just fashion, this is a statement. At War streetwear for those who don't back down. Built from struggle, designed for impact. From the pavement to the front line, you're not just wearing clothes, you're wearing purpose. We're all at war with something.
He's got hand skills. He knows how to, he's in there. You know what I mean? He's not like, I don't know. I applaud anybody who's winning, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, I know how hard it is to fucking win. Man, if you're winning, God bless you, bro.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're a jerk off and you fucking hit women and you're a scumbag and you fucking do stupid shit, then I ain't with you.
Right.
And go fuck yourself.
And he claims that's why he didn't fight Tank Davis, because Tank Davis had just got locked up for putting his hands on a woman, and the fight went out the window.
Listen,
He got some
he's
morals.
got
Some
morals.
morality,
Right.
yeah.
I fuck with it.
Listen,
Respect. Which culture has the worst cuisine? Say that slower so I can clip it. Which culture has the worst cuisine?
I'll say it. I'll say what I think because I can't eat it. Indian.
I knew that one was coming.
I can't eat Indian.
I can't eat Indian.
My family's Guyanese, and my sister married Guyanese, and my nieces, they're all Guyanese, and they used to cook that curry so fucking potent. And I could not eat it. I can't. Like if I eat Guyanese or any curry, I'm fucking.
You have to be
shitting
sitting on the
shitting
bowl.
my pants. I was doing construction. I don't care. Let's talk. I was doing construction in Bayside. I ate fucking at my boy Lexi's house. I ate fucking Guyanese that night because his mother's like, have some roti, have some fucking church chicken. I'm like, man, there was no bathroom in this fucking place in the basement. I was shitting in the bag for 5 hours straight. Shitting in the bag. I used the construction bag. The fucking compound bucket. I fucking roll it up. I had to go.
Yeah, you ate it at the
There
worst
goes
time.
my
with no
story to why I can't eat curry. But, listen,
that's the one I still.
I was gonna, but then I thought about it, and I was like, I'm half Irish. It's Irish. Think about it. It's potatoes, corned beef, which makes you
love
shit,
that.
Yeah, it is Irish. It's very Irish.
And what else?
But I
Soda
love
bread.
that. You
Yeah, but
can't eat that?
once a year. How many times? You don't eat that more than once a year, corned beef.
I could definitely do
potatoes
corned
all
beef
the time.
more than once a year.
Not the corned beef, potatoes. I
love
I like
corned beef and
It's good, though.
cabbage.
Yeah, it's good.
If you make it the right way, that corned beef and cabbage, I love that. Not saying that I
You
eat
ever
it all the
see-
time, but
You ever see the movie Along Came Polly?
Of course, yeah.
You know when she takes them out and they're eating that food with their hands? That's the food that I think of. That's like I can never
What
do
is
that.
it? What is
It's like
masala off
Bengali.
that
It's like
fucking
Bengali or whatever. It's like they're just like taking clumps of food with their bare hands, and it looks like mush. And he just
All right, so what do you think is the best cuisine?
It's inevitably, and I'm not saying this to be biased, it's Italian food. It's inevitably Italian food. Because
I'm with you. I'm Italian and Puerto Rican, half and half. Grew up basically mixed. My mother, my grandma, all from PR. My father's from Napoli. That's the facts, right? But they're two different animals.
Of course.
Spanish, and my girl's Dominican. Dominicans make the best Spanish. I mean, you can't compare. Like Italian food is just when your family cooks it.
Right.
When your father cooks it with love, there's nothing better than that sauce, than that gravy. However you want to phrase it. I know it's
What do you say? What do you say?
My
Sauce or
father
gravy?
said gravy.
Did he?
we got
My
another
father's
one,
from
baby.
gravy. 1932, he was born in Salerno, Italy.
Chalk it
My
up.
father says gravy.
Really?
I know there's a guys that say, "Oh, it's sauce," and yeah, okay. But my father said gravy. I don't know, but he's from Naples. He's
so
not,
is my girl's mother, and she like argues against it all the time. She says
Argues what? That it's gravy?
all right. So what they do, if you're making a meat sauce, if you're putting sausage, braciole, meatballs, whatever, it's gravy. That's what the Nobly Dom people call it. Maybe I don't know. She's from Naples, so apparently actually people from Naples do it. If it's just like a regular sauce, it's a red sauce. Like if you're just doing basil, garlic,
Marinara.
yeah, onion. So like, listen, I get the
I'm a
argument.
gravy guy. They make fun of me all the time.
but I think it's just. I guess it's in context to what
you grew
type
up
of.
around.
No, not only that, but like to your point, the meat.
Yeah.
Makes it, if it's just red sauce, if it's a fucking bowl of fucking ragu or the Rayo's fucking thing, it's sauce. It's not gravy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I would assume, to your point, you know? But I love, but you gotta, the French cuisine, bro, it's fucking, and I'm not because I'm wearing a fucking Paris fucking Balmain thing. I go to Cannes and I spend time, I have Italian citizenship. Of course, Italian food's number one. I got a great monologue that I'll kick for you. Italians do everything the best. That's gonna be this is gonna be good for this show. This is gonna be great for this show. But the fucking level of French food, it's like Italian but amplified in different ways. If you go to France and you're in the south of France, the food is fucking like, what the fuck?
It's good like that.
Well,
It's
be honest, I
fucking-
was in Paris. I wasn't happy with.
I'm
the
talking
food.
south of France. I'm talking like that's Saint-Tropez, Cannes. all
Cannes
that.
did have good food. They had
I-
nice restaurants there. It was good food.
But the Italian food there, they do their own little style. Like all the places that are all the high-end spots to go to when you're out there and all that bullshit. The French people make really good food. Now, Italian's number one. I'm just saying my top three is Italian, Spanish, mainly Dominican, Puerto Rican style,
French,
rice
right.
and beans, and then the French.
My girl would argue too that she's half Colombian. She's half Colombian, half Napolitan, and she says the Colombians do it better.
Listen,
They say they have the best empanadas, which
It's
it's
also what people were raised
it's
on.
very different. Have you ever had a Colombian empanada?
of course.
I think that they probably have the best empanadas, but I think as far as Puerto Rican and Dominican food goes, I think you can't not like it. It's plantains, rice and beans, pernil,
Right.
chicken, oxtail. It's
Yeah.
just good shit.
Everything you said just there is
The
delicious.
plátanos, the fucking totone, all that shit is just fucking.
The way
so,
you're describing the French stuff, the way I look at it is, the French, like, their techniques are phenomenal. They present the plates in ways that
Yes.
it's very hard to compare to anything else. You're talk about flavor, feeding a family, having a good time, like just memory wise. I don't think you could beat Italian food. Italian
Never.
food is like meant to
Never.
feed like an army, and that's what we all kind of.
I know
up on.
Italians that
Yeah.
I know straight Italians that not a lot, but I know Italians that will pick Chinese food and say that that's their favorite.
That was also what I was going to say when I came here, but then I remembered American Chinese food is very different than Chinese food in China. You know,
Yeah,
they cook
I follow that
completely
kid
different
that-
shit.
that-
Yeah, well, our
goes
pizza
all
here
over
is very
China and
different
talks
than
about
pizza
it.
in Italy as well. I mean, it's
Oh, the
everything's
pizza
very
here is
different
better
here.
The pizza is better here than
When
Yeah,
I
they
was
don't- they
in
don't
Naples,
serve it the way they do over
when
there.
I was I was 11 or 10, my father was getting us pizza at the beach, and I was expecting a New York slice. Being a kid, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
But
That
then
different.
you know, it was
Was
just a
that
different.
different?
It was doughy. It was it wasn't Sicilian because back to Totono's. She said, I said, do you guys have any corn? She goes, we don't do that shit over here.
Any
The
what?
old lady. I said, do you have any corner Sicilians? I didn't know.
No, yeah,
She
yeah,
goes,
yeah.
we don't do that
Yeah,
shit
no,
over
they don't do
here.
corners
I
over
said,
here.
oh, I said, I love this lady, man. She was just like fucking answering phones, fucking writing down on a fucking receipt, fucking going. I was like, she's
Bro, I'm
fucking
telling you,
amazing.
when they not when they first opened. I wasn't alive when they first opened, but when
They've
I
been
used to
around
go
100
young with
over
my
100
father,
years.
my father used to get there early. But I'm telling you, the line was
Crazy.
wrapped, and that you
This is
stood
for
inside
Totono's?
the place, right?
Food Network, number one rated pizza. Food Network.
You seen the inside
Yeah.
of the place, right? So
Yeah.
the inside of the place is not big at all.
No, it's you feel like you're in their living room.
Maybe-
and there's a little spot
Yeah,
to go
maybe
fucking
like
order
maybe
some-
10 tables, right?
Yeah, you don't
And
eat
small
inside.
tables.
Yeah.
When these people online, I'm talking there was 200 people online.
Mm-hmm.
So these people back here know that they're not going to see the inside of that place for hours, and they still stood on that line, and it was every day.
What was
back in the day.
DeFaro? It was the same shit in the neighborhood.
DeFaro's is
DeFars is right next to where we're working
DeFaro's
right
is
now,
great.
and yeah, we get it all the time.
Well,
I
the
love
father
DeFars.
owned it. He was an old Italian man, and he passed away. And I
Yeah,
think
he
his
just
kids,
passed away recently.
His kids fucking franchised it, so now it's in Vegas and everything like that. Once a restaurant is franchised, it's out the fucking
Oh, they did
door.
franchise DeFars?
I think it's in
They
Vegas.
actually had a DeFara's and like a Sally's thing out here. Like they combined the two. Like it was a pizza
Staten Island?
barbecue in Staten Island. It's closed already. You remember on Bay Street, they had that barbecue place. They used to do like the drive-in movie theater.
Yes.
They moved that to North Railroad for like I want to say like a year, and DeFara's and them like combined, and it didn't last because you can't mix certain things. It's just it don't make sense.
What's your favorite Italian restaurant in New York?
I like Parkside.
Oh, Parkside.
All right.
Parkside.
There we go.
Parkside's good. I like, I mean, I got to be honest. My father used to make the best food, so I was always kind of like, I used to go to Mateo's in Ridgewood. That was it was called
Manny.
Joe's.
Manny's great.
Mateo, these are all people that were like family to me. I really don't have like there's not many that I could call that I name off the top of my head. That's like, oh my god, what's another good one?
Michael's.
Michael's is good. I went, yeah.
Where, the one in
it's
Marine
over,
Park?
it's
Yeah,
in
no.
Brooklyn. Yeah, I went to Michael's with my boy Eli and the wives. We went there, and Andrew Dice Clay used to work there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my boy Barry Markowitz, he's the DP for Mob Cops. He DP'd big movies, man. This guy's got some Oscar nominations under his belt. But he used to work there, and he's like, "You got to go to fucking Michael's." And I was like, "I never been, but that was
Right.
delicious." What's another good spot in New York that I like? I never been to the Carbone in New York, in Manhattan, but
I
the
never
one in
been
Miami,
there.
Touristy.
the Miami is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The
it's
food
always
is like my
Everything in
father would
Miami is
say,
crazy.
forget it.
Tourist.
Forget it.
Tommaso's in the
My
neighborhood.
father would do this.
Twist. He did
That's
the
it.
twist.
That's all. I mean, that to me is there's a lot of places, but I mean, my father used to make what he made his chicken cacciatore, his everything that he would make was with some love that I never could compare when I go to a restaurant and you eat with
it's
your
hard to
friends and
compare.
it's a different thing. But I don't really have. But Parkside, I took him for his 90th birthday. It's a Queens Corona spots, and it's a known, like an old school wise guy joint, whatever. So I took him for his 90th when he was still around. And that to me was a special moment with my family, and they were all Puerto Ricans. All my nieces and nephews, all Puerto Ricans. So it was just my dad, me, and my family on my Puerto Rican side, and we went there for his 90th.
He put his father in Jersey bread.
Yeah.
Which was his? Yo, I love that fucking movie, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
man.
that was
Thank
a good
you.
one.
Yeah, that was a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Appreciate
He
it.
showed up because he posted. We didn't know each other that well the first time he recorded. He was a guest,
Yep.
and then I said, because he posted it recently. I said, what movie were you in? What was that? And he goes, oh, it's like an indie film, Jersey Bread. And then I was like, all right, I gotta fucking watch it. So I think it was like $3.99 on Amazon or some shit. Do you guys get royalties for that?
I think it's drumming up the money, the recouping the money right now. I mean, the residuals is usually when the movie's not fucking recouping still. You know what I mean? Like I think it
And
was
with all
indie.
the streaming shit, it's
Yeah.
hard to even see that
That
anymore.
shit you don't really get much.
Like when
I never
before
seen
the
anything.
streaming shit came out, like with A Bronx Tale and Die Hard and all those movies, you seen nice residual checks
Yeah.
that lasted for years.
He did a good job. Did you get another mob part after that? Because you played a fucking
did Mob Cops.
Thank you.
You good on
Thank
that.
you. I just pulled from people I grew up with around my neighborhood.
Yeah, but you played a current, like a very, very current gangster. And I feel like there's what movies are there actual current gangsters? If you watch like a gangster movie, it's always based on the past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how do you even fucking pick that up? You would have to grow up in the neighborhood, pick up from guys that you see in order to kind of create that character. Because that guy was a fucking gangster in that, movie.
The thing with Anthony, who I played, is he was written by Greg Russo to be a modern day guy that was away for 16 years and now he's coming home to fucking
whole new
he don't
world.
know what the fuck
whole
and
new
weed
world.
is legal, fucking
Right.
this, that, fucking TikTok. He's like, what the fuck is going on? So it's a take of like if somebody we grew up with, and I mean I have a couple of those guys that'll probably never come home, but if they come home now,
Oh, forget about it.
they'll be like, what the fuck? Even though they got phones. I mean,
Guys
my boy
that got
Joey,
locked
he's
up in
always
the
hitting me
late
with a
90s,
fucking
the early 2000s.
FaceTiming me from fucking prison. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I swear.
see
No.
it. I see it.
And he's fucking like, yo, and he's in the cell. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Joey Guns. Shout out to Joey Guns.
You know you're getting put
Another
in the
Puerto
hole
Rican
after they see
Italian.
this video. You know you're getting put in the hole. They give them laptops. They give them iPads now. Like my friend that I work with, his brother is in jail doing like 30 years. And they have iPads. They call you
probably-
from the
they-
iPad now.
Yeah,
and everything.
They probably have some kind of modern technology and some
Yeah.
way to email people. I just didn't. I've never really touched base with anybody else that I've grew up with that's away because I have to stay away from that. But Joey was just guy in the street, caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. He fucking it is what it is. We don't got to get into details, but he's still a dear friend, and I hit him off when I can and. He's coming home 46, and you're just like, God damn, you know what I mean? Like I grew up with this guy. I was in his wedding, you know what I mean? It's a different animal, but when you see them, I was in
It's a whole
England.
new world, bro. It's a
My
whole
boy
new
Rob
world.
was in fucking Brooklyn, and he was in Florida, and we're all on a 3-way FaceTime. And he's fucking showing us, and I got all the screen grabs. He's showing us the fucking wreck, the whole fucking
hilarious.
floor, and he's with his fucking cellmate, the toilet bowls over here, and he's like, yo, the guy's like, yo, what up, what up? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But, you can't make that shit up, man. But, yeah, but Jersey Bread, thank you for watching it. Go watch that shit.
Yeah, all right. Go watch
Jersey
that.
Bread,
That was
You're great in it. You're fucking
Thank you,
great
thank
in
you.
it.
It would have
Thank
been
you.
good as a TV show.
I love the scene
You know?
where
I feel like it could have kind of went into
that could have been a great.
To stay
TV
modern.
show. Yep.
It was a good cast because it didn't
Yeah.
feel fake. You know what I mean? There wasn't any corny scenes. Like, who's the big guy that worked in the pizzeria? If you want your car looking brand new without leaving your driveway, Brilliance Mobile Wash is the team to call. From basic washes to full detailing, they pull up, lock in, and leave your ride shining like it's fresh off the lot. Contact 917-353-3232. Instagram at Brilliance Mobile Wash LLC. Top tier service, quick turnaround, real results. Book your wash today and thank us later. Mention the Voices of Brooklyn podcast and get 10% off. Who played him?
Oh man, fucking!
he was
I
great.
love him, man. He's like 6'7", bro. He's a monster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good guy.
yeah.
He was
He's
good. He was
Anthony. His
authentic.
name is Anthony.
I got
His
the
name is
picture of us when me,
Bro.
you, him, and everybody we were standing outside the trailer going
Yeah.
over our lines, and
Yeah.
somebody took the picture of us.
Oh,
I still
yeah,
got that
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
I got to send it to you.
Yeah, Anthony was. I haven't seen him since then, but he was a theater guy. He's a great actor, and he definitely fucking. Everybody was. It was casted very well, and shout out to Gino. He helped get a lot of the cast, and obviously, Greg, did pick a lot of the right people that he had envisioned, and Chris Tardio killed it. Jeremy killed it. Sonny killed it.
Jeremy killed it.
Gino
Jeremy
killed it. You killed it. Fucking man. I brought Enzo More from WWE. He's in it. Fucking he did
Who
good.
did he play?
He played Jersey Jay-Z, not Jay-Z. He played the rapper that I did time with, and then he fucking waxed. He waxed Sal Tesoro. He plays the I'm spacing on names, man. Sal plays the fucking not Uncle Sal. He was supposed to play Uncle Sal. He plays the beak, and then they whack him by the fucking the golf course. And Enzo's driving the motorcycle, and then I shoot Enzo. In the
I love this scene when me and you were in the warehouse when
Great
when
scene.
was
I put that on my reel.
We're splitting up the money and everything, and then all of a sudden you come in.
Yeah.
And
Did you watch it?
Whack that up
Yes,
3 ways.
there's radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
was great.
$3.99.
Yes.
That's how much we love you guys, man. We
Thank
wanted
you,
to
bro,
fucking
for
pay
the
$3.
$7. Hey, what the fuck?
I could have bought
I'd
it for
probably
$8.
make 7
So I'll be
pennies from
honest. I'll
that.
be honest. I think when I purchased it, it was actually even before you were coming on.
Oh, really?
Because I just watch all kinds. I just scroll through Amazon Prime, or I'll scroll through Netflix, and I'll see a cast of people that I like or a topic, and I'll throw it on. And a lot of times it's like background noise. I'll be doing stuff around my apartment. I'll catch a clip, but then once you came on, and I realized you were in it as well, I watched it again a second time.
Yeah, I've been
But,
doing that a
it was
lot
good,
lately.
yeah.
I'm also going to watch the last episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Where's another one that'll
We're gonna
piss somebody
find
off?
The second, the second to last. It's
Yeah,
the bells.
the bells.
So
So
the
Yeah.
you're
quick
on the
second.
second to last.
Yeah.
Me and Aaron Rodgers saving
When Daenerys is
people
literally
from
burning everyone
the,
alive.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fucking the dragons
dragon,
are
yeah.
just burning the entire city, and I'm
Yeah.
just saving the lady. It's really quick,
It's quick.
but it's fun. I mean,
Let me ask you a
Are you
question. So
kidding me?
you were saying you were with Aaron Rodgers hanging out. You didn't know who he was.
yeah.
Do you ever think like someone like that is like at home, like Aaron Rodgers is sitting down watching TV, sees you on TV, and he's like, "Oh my God, that's the guy I would."
Well, good point. You bring that up. Another shout out to Aaron Rodgers because he was really nice to me, and he was. And then so Rob Weiss, I started telling Rob about the story, and he goes, "How the fuck you didn't know Aaron Rodgers was? What's wrong with you?" I said, "I don't know. I don't give a fuck about football. I look like I fucking like football, but I don't care if it's not the Jets and the Giants winning. I don't care. I'm a New York guy. I don't give a fuck. Like I don't follow it." So he's like, "Bro, his boy Luke, Luke Watson. That's his boy. They fucking really close." I was like, "Oh, that's good." He goes, "Yo, they're doing the ESPYs. Why don't you come? I'm gonna see if I can get you with us." So I go to the ESPYs, and Danica Patrick is hosting it. Now, this is fucking, sports. I don't know nothing.
Right.
I don't get it. I go there with them. I'm like, yeah. They try to get me on the list. Luke is like taking my word for it that I was with him. I could have been bullshitting the whole time.
100%.
Bro, so Luke, like, you could see Aaron all tuxed out in the tux, fucking with, like, Nina Dobrev, all these fucking big Hollywood actresses and actors. They're all, like, surrounding him, and he's just talking to them like this, kind of. And then Luke walks up to him, and he's like, "Yo, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey, what's up, Luke?" And he's like, "Hey, I brought you a gift. I swear on everything. Ask Rob. Hey, I strike dead right now." He goes, "I brought you a gift." And he goes, "What?" He's like kind of looking annoyed a little bit. And he goes, "What?" He goes, I brought you Lorenzo. He looked up. He goes, where the fuck did you go? Because we missed each other at the end. He goes, where did you go? What the fuck, yo? What's up, bro? It was because I didn't give a fuck.
Exactly.
When we would text after that, he said, take my number, blah, blah, blah. And we would text about Star Wars or anything. If I text anything football,
You don't even answer.
ghost me.
Right.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? It's all right. I'll see you on the other
the
side,
next
buddy.
movie set.
Whenever we bump into each other, we'll bump into each other. But maybe to your
It's gotta be
point.
a cool feeling though.
But it's a because when you and it's hard to imagine being a star, right?
Well, everybody wants something from you. That's a problem.
because that's it.
It's not genuine.
And you don't fucking like. I'm when I'm stressed and I got things bing, bing, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, I start to like too much is happening, and I got work and all this shit on my mind. Imagine a celebrity, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're in a bunch of shit, so you mean
No.
it's the same shit. But like, I noticed that a lot of start times with the podcast too, like asking somebody to come on. It's like it's hard to do that. I said this to you the first time me and him spoke on the phone. I was like, you're benefiting me at the end of the day. I'm there to promote you, but you're benefiting me. So it's kind of, I don't ever want to come across like I'm asking, somebody to do something. Because I don't know you, you don't know me. So it's like, all right, why the fuck am I showing up for you for? So if like I was a big time actor, how many normal interactions do you think that you
They
have?
have none.
You don't have any.
None.
Because everybody wants a piece of something. You know what I mean? It's
Well, they
never just
want
like,
to
how are
hear the
you?
same story that you've told
Yeah.
a million times. Like when I did a Bronx Tale, when it first came out, do you know how many you meet people that you never met before, people that you see once in a while? They're like, oh, how was it working with Robert De Niro? How was this? How was that? And in the first couple of times you explain it, you're happy to explain it. Oh, it was great, this and that. A year goes by, you're asked the same question a million times. Now when somebody asks, how was it working with it? You're like, oh, here we go.
That's what I'm
again.
saying. Like,
And that's me on a small scale, a Bronx Tale. So can you imagine a guy like Aaron Rodgers or a big, huge star?
not even that. You've been
Getting
living in
asked
LA
that
for
millions
what,
of
12,
times.
12, 13
Yeah.
years? When was the last time somebody was like, how are you? How's your family? How's your life going? How's everything? I'm talking about like in the industry. I mean, maybe sometimes, but not frequent, I'm going to imagine.
No, you're right. No, people either they hit you and then they move into business automatically.
Yeah.
Immediately, it's business conversation. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sometimes they realize. Let me ask. Sometimes they catch it. Me, how are you? How you been? Everything good? Boom. Then I move into the thing. Because I try to conduct myself with a human interaction. People want to know. How you doing? How are you? You good?
Mm-hmm.
Not just straight to the point, like, and not to, name drop. We're on a pod. It is what it is. I've worked with a lot of these guys, and it is what it is. I worked with The Rock, and my uncle and my Puerto Rican side were all big wrestlers. Like they were, in the WWF. His name was Jose Estrada, and he was like, like he would come out with the fucking
Luchador mask.
luchador mask, and I was checked on that. That started by Puerto Ricans. I didn't know. I thought it was a Mexican thing, but I was checked on that because I was training to get into wrestling. I was trying to get into the WWE, a tryout, and I worked with The Rock's cousins, and I was trained by his cousins, Rikishi. And now one of them is the Samoan Wolf. That's my boy. We were training together. Now he's about to blow.
You're saying that's The Rock's cousin?
They're all cousins.
Oh,
All
yeah?
from all Samoans. They're all cousins, bro. They're a huge family. So I'm on set with the Rock, and Rob's like, and Rob's one of the EP's writers of Ballers, and he's like, yo, Lorenzo, tell him who your uncle is. And the Rock's like, yo, who's your uncle? I said, Jose Estrada. He goes, yo, the wrestler? What? Oh, shit. He gave me a big fist pump. Oh, what's up? Oh, shit. Started talking. And I was like, yeah, I trained with Rikishi and Gangrel. And Gangrel is somebody he actually had matches with.
Yeah.
And he was just like, yo, he tapped into that kid.
Being a person. Yeah.
Not, hey, man, so great to work with you, man. Like, no, get the fuck out of it. You got to tap in differently. You got to go
And
into
he
roots.
probably respect you more for not name dropping it beforehand. On top of it, like a lot
I
of
didn't even have
people
to.
go into something and go, "Oh, I'm so and so. This is who my family is," and you're like, "Oh, here comes another one."
Yeah,
You know, get over on.
yeah.
The fact
Exactly.
that you were probably doing it already without name dropping anybody.
I didn't have to do
Probably,
anything.
yeah.
I was blocking with him, blocking meaning blocking the scenes in the show. And Rob brought it up. And I thought that was nice. You know what I mean?
What show was
Ballers.
it?
Ballers. So I did
Okay,
2
yeah,
episodes,
okay,
and one of them is we're doing this like a kind of Entourage type of scene. It was the same creators and not the same creators, but the same producers of Entourage and writers. and it's this private jet airport thing in Santa Monica, and that's where we were the whole day, and I thought that was really nice of Rob, you know what I mean, to put me over, and that's a wrestling term, putting me over, you know what I mean, and then we introduced Dwayne to Tech Nine. Tech Nine is a friend of ours.
Great rapper.
Great rapper. I love. Shout out to Tech Nine. Shout out to Strange. And we knew that The Rock was always bumping Tech Nine while he trained, and we knew Tech Nine loved him, and we were like, "Yo, we got to put them together." Me and my boy Shawnee, my partner in my comic book company, we're like, "Yo, we got to put them together. We got to put them together." So we met with Rob, like, "Yo, we got to put Tech Nine with The Rock." Rock's like, "Yo," Rob's like, "Come on, I can't. I got to. There's some protocols, you know what I mean? Like, I can't just go to Dwayne." So he started directing a lot of episodes, and he goes to Dwayne. He goes, "Yo, you know Tech Nine?" He goes, "Tech Nine." Like, "Yo, that's my favorite rapper."
Right.
He's like, "Well, I know him. I can bring him on set." He goes, "Yo, bring him on set." So we came, me, Tech Nine, my boy Shawnee, went to fucking the set again, and The Rock was like, "I remember you." Like he looked at me, he's like, I was like, "Yo, what's up?" He gave me that. And then fucking, I was like, "Yeah, put this all together with Rob." And he was like, "Yo," and then him and Tech Nine had for a half hour. Then they made a song together. I mean, I swear to God.
Did they? They made a song together?
Yeah, during COVID, they made a fucking song. They did a video together, and the fucking song was the #1 on iTunes.
Yeah, he's Slaughterhouse Tech Nine. He's with Eminem.
Yeah.
He's that whole crew.
I was like, that's cool shit for me. You know what I'm saying? I could tell the story and know that I'm not a fucking phony. You know what I mean? Like, I feel confident. Anybody goes and fact check it. Like, nah, Lorenzo's the real deal. I got all the pictures. I got the fucking video of them. You know what I mean?
You'd have made a good wrestler. I think you'd have been a good heel. Like
Lorenzo Antonucci, the main event Antonucci. Yeah. Bro. I was a fucking.
He had his name ready to go and everything.
I was ready. I could see his personality.
My boy moved me out to LA to try to get into the wrestling. My boy Ash Allison, shout out to Ash. He was like he's like a brother to me. He was like, "Why don't you come out to LA?" And I was in Austria at the time, living back and forth, New York and Austria. I had an ex-girlfriend. I had a recording studio. I was recording music after I left my band, and that's a long backstory. But I had a recording studio similar to what's happening here. And he was like, "What are you doing with your life?" I was like, "When I get out of the house, I'm looking at fucking cows when I'm walking, bro. That's really honest. Every 3 months, I'm back and forth, New York, here, boom, boom, boom." And he goes, "Why don't you move to L.A.?" I said, "What the fuck am I going to do in L.A.?" He goes, "I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll make you a wrestler or some shit."
So at this point, you did no acting at this point?
No, I never acted. I was always told I was funny. You should be on TV. And I say, how? I know how to drink beer, play guitar, and tour the world and be a fucking moron. That's all I know how to do. I didn't go to school. I'm a fucking moron.
Oh, so you didn't get into acting until you moved to L.A.?
Yeah, my first movie came out 2015. I never did nothing.
Oh, I thought you were doing movies and that made you move to L.A.
Nah, I fell into it with a wrestling old roommate of mine because he was getting fucking residual checks in the mail. And I would see Joey Gayton. I said, "What the fuck is SEG?" And I give him, what is that? He goes, "Oh, it's my residuals." He goes, "Oh shit, I got a $2,000 check from 2.5 Men." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I'm an actor." I said, "What the fuck you mean you're an actor?" Because I didn't know there's other actors besides De Niro, Pacino, fucking, I didn't know. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm an actor, bro." I'm like, "Get the fuck." And then he started showing me. He's like, "Yo, you would kill it if you fucking started."
Sick.
I was already 37. I was like 36, 37. I was like, man.
Well, you started late.
Started fucking
Who could
late.
I even play if it's not like a Bensonhurst dumpster rat? You know what I mean?
What do you mean? You could play in Game of Thrones, fucking.
Yeah, with the fucking little hat on.
You'd be a White Walker.
You'd be a wildling.
Wildling. They were the best too, the Wildlings.
The crazy thing is like switching the accent. That's something I'd never be able to do.
I've been told that, my accent will stop you from doing a lot of things. I don't personally know. You would have to take class. I don't know how they switch it off and on. But there are guys that I told you I met, and you meet them in real life, like what's his name from? Forget his name.
Boardwalk.
Again.
You were talking
from
about
Boardwalk Empire.
He played Al Capone.
He played Al Capone.
He's amazing.
Whatever his name.
Oh my God, I'm
he's
blacking out
amazing.
right now. So I watch him on Boardwalk Empire. I was a huge fan. I'm watching it every week, and now all of a sudden we go to film The Irishman, and Dominic. Yeah. I'm close to Dominic, so I'm sitting there talking to Dominic, and he walks over and he starts talking. And
he's English
with the strongest English accent you got. And I almost started laughing at first because
he's incredible.
I couldn't believe that was his accent. How the fuck do you shut
he was a
that
New Yorker.
off?
Yeah,
and he played like a sick Al Capone. I don't even.
Well, so did Margot Robbie. She played a great New Yorker in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
She pulled it off.
Yep.
You know what
just
I
a
mean?
Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
Yep.
Some people could do the New York accent. DiCaprio obviously did a great job from Wolf of Wall Street.
He was in a new movie which was fucking awesome.
I've seen the coming
It was
attractions.
on
to that.
HBO, I think, or Netflix.
The one where they kidnap his daughter or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
was a
seen
good movie.
that.
Very political, but it was good.
That's it.
Why
forgot-
struggle?
Oh,
I had this.
one battle after another.
Yeah, that's it.
I didn't see it yet,
He
yeah.
played like a. I don't even know. I'm drawing a blank. Good movie. He kills everything
see
he's
it.
in.
I don't think I've ever watched a Leonardo DiCaprio movie I didn't enjoy watching.
Every movie's
There's one that they gave him an Academy Award for when he should have got like 20 other ones, and it was that movie where he was like fighting the bear. You know what I'm talking
No,
about?
I couldn't even
Revenant,
watch
awesome
that.
movie.
Yeah, but that was like not even close to his best movie. You know what I mean?
No, I
No,
heard
it's
from
a
many
it's
people
a it's a
movies.
more of a your turn kind of thing. So it really don't matter what you,
That's what I'm
what you
saying.
did.
The guy was in like the best
But,
movies of all
yeah.
time. What do I got here? I completely veered away from this for like
for your thing.
45
No,
No,
minutes.
get in there. Get in there.
Get in there.
Pick something, yeah.
I was trying to like really sift through.
Get in there.
All right. Why is struggle respected in New York more than success?
Why- Oh,
I think people like to know that you came from some kind of hardship. I think it just means more if you succeed. Everyone in New York, I kind of feel like kind of goes through something. Whether you're born rich or you're coming from nothing, I feel like everyone has to kind of has to go through some kind of struggle in one way or another. And I just think that New Yorkers respect that because we understand it's a 24/7 grind every day. You don't get a term like the city that never sleeps for no reason. I mean, when you're sleeping, people that are out there hustling are still making money. There's money to be made any which way you want to do it. If you want to deliver, you want to do deliveries in your spare time, you can do Uber Eats, you can do a side hustle, you have your normal job.
Because everybody's
Yeah, it's
struggling,
just-
so
yeah, it's
everybody
just-
like
it's just a
everybody has
struggle,
their
yeah.
own little struggles here and there. So they like to see you made it and you're struggling and you make it. They feel like we all can, like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Everybody could.
I just can't respect a motherfucker that like, all right, so like if your parents paid for your college, if your mother cooked for you when you lived in your mother's house till you were 30 years old, if your family financially supported you and pays for your fucking car or whatever, you're not self-made. So I see a lot of people on social media, oh, I'm self-made this, I'm self-made that. No, you're fucking not, because your family helped you with everything. You're a loser. So like usually I'm in like, this area of Staten Island or fucking South Jersey and shit like that. And I'm seeing all these people driving around, high-class Beamers and BMWs, and they're like, oh, yeah, I earned all of it. No, you fucking didn't. Yeah. You inherited all of it. So that's why you respect somebody who came from the ground up. Same thing with a woman. You want to be with a woman who was with you when you were in the dirt, not somebody who was with you when you're a fucking famous actor. You'd rather be with somebody who's with you when you were nothing. You know what I mean? And then a lot of women out here dating for money. I don't even fault the fucking woman for it because they're just schemers, but I fault the man for taking a female like that. So, like, all in all, we're just built in a mindset where it's like, I'd rather be in the dirt, rise out of the dirt, and then make something of myself than get any fucking thing handed to me at any point. You know what I mean? And I think that's just the New York mentality. I don't think the rest of the world is like that.
Yeah.
You know?
To come from nothing to turn it into something is the hardest fucking thing to do.
How many trials and tribulations have you been through so far in this industry?
Still in it. Every fucking day of my life. It's still a struggle. No matter how it looks on the surface,
Right.
I still want more.
Right.
And I still don't, like, if I go back 5 years to where I am today, I'd kill to be where I am today. But I feel like I want more. I haven't even scratched the fucking surface, right? So, I mean, my father was a shoulder maker. He made the shoulders in a factory in Williamsburg, in Robert Hall. Whatever is it? Robert Hall, is that's the part of Brooklyn where all the factories are. Robert Hall, whatever it was called, that he worked for. My mother worked with him. They both worked in the factory. Maybe made $600 a week between them. That's how I grew up. I didn't grow up dirt poor, but I grew up with lower class. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reality of the way I grew up. I was working at 12 years old in an auto body shop. I was fixing cars already. I wasn't in school. So I didn't know anything. I didn't go to school. I fucking learned how to read a book when I was 29 years old. I learned how to read maybe 29, 30 years old. These are facts. I didn't have nothing. I had to work for my first guitar and make the money to go buy it. And then I toured the world in a band. It was like a metal hardcore band from New York, right? I did that for 10 years. Signed to Elektra Records at 23 years old. But from fucking 12 to there was nothing but complete struggle, not having one relationship. So coming from the bottom is the only way I know. And it's hard for when I meet a trust fund kid or someone who doesn't know what it's like to earn a fucking $1 or get $5 to go get a sandwich, or you don't got $5 to go buy a sandwich when you're fucking swinging a hammer at a fucking construction set. I don't fucking understand it. But when they're grounded and they're good kids, then I respect them because they were raised right by the man like that is myself or someone who's come from nothing.
Right.
Now, the you know, they say what's the saying? It's a great saying.
Hard times
make strong men.
Strong men make easy times make weak men.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a fact because the people that are given everything and don't got to work for it in a way of working for it. Yeah, you can say, you know, you got these chores, you got this, you got that. I need you to make these grades. Brother, to figure out how to live your own destiny and do what you want to do as an entrepreneur and do what, you know, you're not working for somebody else to pay the bills, that's the hardest thing in the fucking world, man.
Very
Very
difficult.
I can't knock somebody who came up in a wealthy family and, you know, you can't knock them. It's not, you know.
Yeah, but how often do you see those kids?
No, but what I'm
those
saying
dudes
is
have good character.
It's not that I can't knock him, but if you're an adult now and you're still living off your family and you're not trying to do it or anything on your own, you're doing it on your own, but when you were young, your family had everything to give you, that's fine in my eyes because, you know, you didn't use your family your whole life. Okay, you came up good, but you seen that you wanted that too. I want to live like my mother, my father, they live good. And you go out and do it on your own, then you can't knock that. It's the kids who had their whole life, had everything, and just still want to continue mooching off their parents and getting everything from their parents, and everything they do is their parents. Those kids, you're like, oh, you're a clown.
I don't respect those kids. I just think it's a level of respect when you hear someone came from nothing and they have a successful business or whatever their aspect of whatever success is in their own life. People that come from nothing, like their version of success might just be having a family, having a full-time job. Other people might be multimillionaires. What I personally can't respect is when you know someone is a silver spoon kid or was handed everything, and they want to complain about how hard their life is when they've never had a struggle to make a rent payment, or
that's crazy.
You know, like my parents, there were 4 of us. My father, my father would work 70 hours a week to make, and then my mom would go to work. And there'd be times where during Christmas time, you would see my parents go for weeks and months without buying themselves like a pair of sneakers because they knew they wanted to buy us whatever gift they were going to get. So those are the things like you can't respect when you hear people complain about like whatever struggles they had when you know they lived in a multi-million-dollar home their entire life. Yeah. But they'll turn around and say they have their own struggles because like, people will look at them and say, oh, you only got where you're at because of so-and-so. Meanwhile, they might be a very hardworking kid. Right. You know, so it's a different way of struggle. It's a different life, but it's just I feel like people respect it more when they know you came from a working-class family or less.
To your point, I think that people respect when they know you've fucking failed a million times.
Yeah, like you said, we listen.
You're gonna fail.
Like you said, you're still struggling now. You to this day. You know, we look at your IMDb. We see all the movies you're in, and we could say, me and Chris could be like, wow, you're in a lot of stuff because we're listing it off. But you might have auditioned for 10,000 roles,
which we did.
Made 10 movies. Now to us, that seems like a lot because we've never done it before. But to you, it might seem like the biggest struggle in your life because you might have auditioned for 100 roles a year.
Everybody's struggles are different. It's all about.
Well, it just made me appreciative of everything that I have.
Oh, of course
life.
You're going to appreciate everything much more when you did it on your own.
That and
when it gets handed to you,
doing cool shit. So it's like it's just cool to.
I laugh all the time. I tell them all the time. I'll go out to a bar in Brooklyn or out here in Staten Island, and this podcast is gaining its traction. We have a good following, especially over here. And every once in a while, someone will be like, "You're on that podcast," and then in my mind, I'm like.
Like, you talk that shit about Jersey people, you scumbag.
Like, who am I that someone even recognizes me? Like, I'm in the middle of nowhere.
That's great that they're nice to you. And very not nice to me.
They will love my hats.
What was your spot to go out when you were young and you lived in Brooklyn? Queens. What was your spot to go out?
I mean, there was always things on Bell Boulevard and Bayside or things in Howard Beach that we would go to, clubs or bars in Howard Beach or Bayside, and all on my avenue, Jamaica Avenue. There was always great bars on my avenue.
You were a bar guy or a club guy?
Bar guy.
Bar guy.
I mean, there was a couple of clubs on a neighborhood that were good back in the day, but I never really, went to clubs like that. But there was a couple of times I would go out to, Brooklyn to clubs or, go to after hours and things like that. But I don't really have the memories of I've been to the Tunnel, and the legendary spots like the Limelight and all them things back in the day once or twice, because I would never go in the city, you know what I mean? I would always say,
stay over here.
And if I played in the city with my band, we would play CBGBs, we would play Coney Island High, we would play the Wetlands and all these different places that haven't existed in years. Right. They don't exist. They haven't existed in years, and they're like fucking artifacts, and they're like in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, these places. So that's when because I lived in that street life, because I grew up predominantly Puerto Rican, Black, Italian, and Irish neighborhood, right? And then I grew up also playing in my music world. And that was like hardcore metal shit. But that was more, there's a nuance to that not being what you think, like metalheads and punk rock guys. Like there was a street culture to that too. There's street gangs. That shit's real. It's small, but it's there. And it's real. So that's kind of like the hybrid I grew up around in both, when I would be with my street guys on the corner drinking 40, they'd be like, oh, you're going to go hang out with your guitar boys? You know what I mean? And they try to clown me, but I toured the world. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I'm going on tour for fucking 60 days.
While you stand on this
corner, you jerk off. You know what I mean? So there was a lot of that in my life that was very, I guess, unique or different, like a hybrid of what I've done to get to this point and why I've tapped into so many different cultures and been around the world and have
well, now
so
you're
many
a traveling motherfucker, boy. You are, every time you're posting a video, you're on the fucking plane.
Yeah.
It's sick how much it travels, bro.
Before I was on tour 300 or 250 days a year with my band. Really? And I was living, in Europe 2 times a year for 30 days, back and forth, touring in a bus out there. Out here, we would do 60 to 70 dates in the States, 20 in Canada. We would go to fucking South America. We would go to Japan.
Oh, you were on the fucking move.
So, yeah, I was actually in a really touring band that was successful, did big-ass tours, and did, and made a decent living, like a construction job. I made, being a fucking laborer, that's what I would make being in a band. To me, I would come home and still fucking work with Paulie in Bayside. I'd still fucking, I'd get my tool belt on, get my fucking, my work outfit.
You were getting to travel all over the fucking place, so that's sick.
Yeah, I would still travel, make a fucking living back, come home and still have a job because they would need me for, give me $150 a day. And I made a living. That's how I lived my whole life until I moved to Hollywood, and then I kind of carved my way into like the acting and producing, and now we got a fucking an emerging studio, emerging distribution company. We got Dead Man's Wire coming out with fucking Al Pacino.
I was telling them before.
Yeah, that was actually my last question. That's how fast an hour goes on this podcast. We got to start doing like 3.
That was an hour already?
Believe it or not, that was an hour.
Wow.
Yeah. Believe that shit?
Over an hour already. That's fucking nuts.
What are the upcoming projects you got going on?
So we just shot Ice Cream Man with Eli Roth. So I'm partners in a company called MCT, Media Capital Technologies, right? And primarily, at first, the company would be the main co-financier for Lionsgate, right? So that's one part of the company. And then when they brought me on, my partner Eli brought me on, not Eli Roth, but there's a couple of Elis, so there's actually 3 Elis in the whole company, like partners and stuff like that.
And that's not a popular name, so to have 3 Elis in one fucking place.
Yeah.
One of them Manning? No, I'm just kidding.
No football guys. Yeah. They stood up a company called the Horror Section, which is essentially like the next Blumhouse. It's Eli Roth is one of the most prolific horror directors and writers in the business, right? So it's his company that we stood up, raised the money, and we've went and shot his first feature back from the studio system because he's done with that. His last studio few films, he was done with the studio system, the gatekeepers, the naysayers, the politics. Went independent, so now we did Ice Cream Man, and we shot it in Toronto. So that's coming out probably June, and that's probably going to be the most sickest horror movie you ever seen since Terrifier. Which
What's it
did-
called?
It's
Ice
called
Cream Man.
Ice Cream Man. So imagine Mr. Softy was feeding kids ice cream to fucking possess them, and then now those kids go and kill all their fucking their families. It's pretty much.
All right.
It,
All right.
it's
But they're charging now for ice cream in Tottenville. The Mr. Softy guy, like, kind of.
We should kill the Mr. Softy
This
guy.
guy's insane. I'm like $1.25.
Yeah.
Who you
Brooklyn,
playing that? You
$4
let
a
someone
corner.
there?
I play a father that gets gets his ass handed to him and by my kids.
You ate the ice
Every
cream.
fucking actor that keeps coming on, he keeps getting offed in all these movies.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Oh yeah, no, it's a great kill. Like
Oh, bro,
It's a great guy.
bro, at the premiere of Jersey, bro. There was a few premieres, but at the premiere of Jersey, bro, we're all sitting down in the theater, and me and him were right next to each other. I'm with my wife; he's with a girl, so we're all right next to each other, and we're watching the whole movie. All of a sudden, the part comes on where he gets killed. Right? He gets killed, and after he gets killed, the camera goes away from him for a second. But then after everybody gets killed or whatever, in the scene, the other guy gets killed. The camera starts to like pan back and show him like, and he's slumped in the booth like this. Bro, he let out a fucking laugh like when bro, it was dead silent. When he let out the laugh, the whole fucking place started laughing. That was hilarious. It was just a funny moment when he
got
seen
popped at the
himself
restaurant
slumped
at the
over
end,
dead.
right?
yeah.
But
yeah,
that movie was
they
fun.
built that character up to get popped though. You knew it was coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you? Because I don't know the answer to it. And I don't know if there's going to be a part 2. If there is, don't say nothing. I don't want nobody to know. But what the fuck happened at the end when he blew up in the truck? Who killed him? The kid.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sicilians.
What the fuck was up
The
with that?
Sicilians.
The Sicilians?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there with people that all of a sudden the truck blows up and they're expecting me to have the answer. They're like, oh, who killed? I'm like, I didn't even fucking know he got killed. I'm like, I'm finding out for the first time.
That was a last minute choice. That
was interesting.
Greg.
Nobody
Greg.
knows. Everybody
Yeah.
that watched that movie, nobody knows who killed him.
Yeah.
All the people I know, they're like, who killed him? Why'd he get killed? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know who fucking.
Well, he was in the life now, right? He killed.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the life, but you just don't know who killed him. Yeah.
So, and Uncle Sal was teeing up everything with the Sicilians. So that kind of puts the bridge
all right,
together,
all right,
right?
all right.
Now they're fucking up his money because now Sal's gone, and it was this kid, and it's kind of like a duality of Chris Tardio's character, Vincent being this fucking glorified gangster that can go right off into the sunset like nothing happened.
Yep.
Like a lot of these guys that are on podcasts today, like nothing ever happened in their life, and they're out there living a normal life, right? But no, the consequences now your nephew's gonna get blown up.
Yeah, see, because in reality, it's like you don't even know. I didn't even know anybody knew he killed the guy, because they killed him in the bar, right? So who was in the bar? It was just him, Chris Tardio, and who was the other guy in the bar? There was one other guy in the bar when he killed him.
Patty,
Right. Well, the point is, it was just them
here.
three.
He's from here.
Right.
He played Patty.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. We're still talking.
Yeah.
But the point is, I didn't think anybody knew that he killed the Uncle Sal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when he blew up, I was like, oh shit, who fucking killed him? Because you don't know. Like, I know it wasn't Chris Tardio. Was it the other guy? But it was just so weird. I just didn't know who the fuck killed him, and I was in the fucking movie, and everybody was asking me who killed him, and I had no fucking clue.
The only thing that Greg had left was like, it's leave it with the Sicilians, because in that meeting in the graveyard, the Sicilian comes out and he makes a statement, and then the Beacon, everybody's like, oh, look who he brought.
I got it.
So it's like the New York guys took him out because we all had that question because he was toying. He was like, I don't know, I don't want to kill him. It's fucking, it's like, yeah, but it's a shocking moment too at the end of the film. So
definitely was a shocking moment.
It wasn't written like that. That was just
sick.
So this is the production studio that you were talking about that's produced. You guys are doing horror films.
This is one of them. Yeah, we have a couple of companies under that umbrella, and then Roquet is now the distribution company that's doing Dead Man's Wire. That's coming out January 17th on 1,200 screens, and that's got Al Pacino, Bill Skarsgård, and it's Gus Van Sant directed, and that's going to be our first movie that we do under that new company.
Who'd you play?
I'm not in it. I'm not.
You direct?
No, I'm not. I'm just executive producer on it.
Part of the producing team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
that's
to
awesome.
putting everything together. We got about 5 films coming out this year. 4 to 5, and it's a fucking lot of work.
No, it's
Oh,
a
it'll be
grind,
worth
bro.
it.
It's a grind.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we appreciate this, bro. This was fun. This is a fun.
Thank you.
I don't like the
Thank
fact
you.
that this hour went by that fast.
Yeah, no,
but,
I swear to you, and when he said that, and I didn't even believe him, I went to look at the phone. I'm literally thinking we're sitting here for a half hour. We had another half hour left. I couldn't believe that was an
it's
hour.
just an hour?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. We can't do no shenanigans.
Listen. You live here now in Coney Island.
Yeah.
I mean, you're here all the time.
Yeah.
The next time you're here, let's set it up and
Yeah.
let's do the shenanigans.
Yeah.
We'll leave the acting
business out.
alone.
Yeah, the business
and
out.
let's do the shenanigans.
Oh, you guys just want to do straight shenanigans?
Yeah, let's just do.
I'm a
straight
big fucking fan of
Yeah,
shenanigans.
we all are.
Yeah.
We all are.
Yeah.
I mean,
We got into it a little bit, but I still have like 20 things on there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just gonna save it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna save it. No,
No,
I appreciate you, bro. Yo,
Lorenzo,
big fan of the
we
movies
definitely
you're
gotta
in the
come
show.
back.
Seriously,
man.
bro. I really,
Thank you.
I'm rooting for you,
Thanks
bro.
for having me, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks. man.
Everybody
This-
go check out all his films. Oh, I can't slap the desk. Look out.
And for the
Everybody go check out all his films. The new one coming out. Go check out Jersey Bread. Go check out everything. He's in everything.
Mob
He's
Cops, Dead Man's Wire is coming out. That's I'm
I
not
gotta
in
go
that,
home
but
and watch
go-
the Game
go-
of Thrones now, so I could see you for the 3
Hey.
seconds.
And just for the record, so we could you called it gravy, right? Just to,
Gravy.
Oh, shut the fuck up, bro.
Call me
Great.
Cut it.
baby, right?
Gravy, baby. All right.
All right, folks, quick moment. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, you need the professionals who actually deliver results. That's the Pinnacle team, serving Brooklyn, Staten Island, and New Jersey. These aren't your average agents. This is a team that knows the market, negotiates hard, and treats clients like family. Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, relocating, or just curious about your property's worth, talk to the people who make real estate smooth, simple, and profitable. Reach out to the Pinnacle team today, and you let the experts handle the hard part while you focus on the next chapter of your life. The Pinnacle team, real estate done right. You could also find one of their licensed realtors on Instagram at Frank Bergen Realtor.
Don't forget to subscribe, share the love, and keep the voice of Brooklyn alive. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and never forget where you came from.